spring 2023 beauty makeup trend. Here we go. We are going to stack the deck. We're going to start with the first one, which is going to be dewy skin and how to achieve that. And we're going to go through all 6 of them until we get to this. Let's do it. Okay, 6 spring 2023 beauty trends. Dewy skin. Dewy skin. How do you get dewy skin? Do you get dewy skin by using a dewy foundation? Not really, actually. Has to come from the inside out. Super omega 369 oils. I take 2 of these 3 times a day. So that's 1,200 milligrams. So that's 2,400 milligrams 3 times a day, actually, because I'm taking 2 of these 3 times a day. That is a ton, okay? That's like 7,000 milligrams a day. This is what really helps your body function. It helps all your guts and your innards function better. It makes your skin really, really dewy. And then the other vitamin I would say absolute necessity is a vitamin C. So I take 2 of these in the morning, 1 at lunch and 1 at dinner. So that's math. Okay, so that's 4,000 milligrams. That's a lot, but your body does not make vitamin C. Vitamin C is fabulous for strengthening the skin. It's fabulous for many, many, many things. If you're not taking high quantities of omegas and vitamin C, jump on it, do it. Also drink a lot of spring water, not tap water, about 2 liters a day. And if you only have table salt as opposed to Himalayan salt, like a real salt, table salt is actually had the minerals and nutrients stripped from it, so it's actually not good for you. If you start using a really great Himalayan salt, like a pink salt, for example, that's one of them. There's actually many different types, but get a really good salt that will help your body absorb the water. Some people drink a lot of water, but they're dehydrated in minerals, and the mineral content from salt helps their body to absorb more water. So those go hand in hand. External. What can you do externally to have dewy skin to get this great look for 2023 as an older woman? So I would say get yourself a really good, I'm going to hold up what I've been using. So Truth Treatments, this is a vitamin C serum. I'm going to mix it with Biomimetic Mist, which helps with efficacy. It helps the products get deeper into your skin. Fabulous biomimetic mist, and then get a hyaluronic mineral hydrator. This is called the Truth Trifecta. So I take this in the morning, and this helps to plump up my skin instantly. It's fabulous. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of a concealer. I'm not going to use a lot of foundation, maybe a little bit, but if you do use a foundation, use a tinted moisturizer, something very sheer, or take the foundation that you have, as long as it's not a matte. I don't like matte finishes on women for the most part, unless you have more oily skin, and blend it with a little bit of moisturizer. And that's going to help your skin look so dewy. You can also use like a brightener or something to make your skin look more dewy. And this is Jane Iredale. This is a primer. So this also really can help. So I'm going to use a little bit of this. And this can not only help your makeup stay on, but it helps with that dewy finish. So really nice, right? Very soft, dewy look. I'm going to use a little bit of foundation here. So I'm using some Ben Nye, and I've thinned it out with a little bit of a solution that I use in my professional kit. I'll put all this down below just to make it so it's very sheer, and I'm only going to use this around my eye area. So from here, I would do a cream blush, a cream eyeshadow, a little bit of mascara, and call it good. Maybe a little bit of a lip gloss or something to make, because really the look is about dewy skin. Okay, but we're going to add on to this for the next look. We are going to get to all of the cream eyeshadow and the cream blush, all of that for that look, but we're going to be adding on. So this is going to, we're going to stack the deck here. Okay, so the next part of this particular look is underpainting. So we're going to talk about how to do that, have the dewy skin look with underpainting, because every look builds on each other until we get to the very end. Underpainting is using your contour or your bronzer first and then your foundation, and then blending your foundation over the top. And what it does is it looks incredibly natural. A lot of times if you do your contour or your bronzer, either one of those, after you put your foundation on, it can really look too heavy. So we're gonna do the opposite. This is a big trend. I think it's a wonderful thing for older women because I don't like seeing lines like heavy duty contour or bronzer on older women because our faces are thinner. We actually need things to be a little bit more sheer and more natural looking. So this is how we're gonna do this. Now you just saw I put a little bit of foundation on, but I did not do my cheek area. I only did up in here, only in my T-zone. So we're gonna move forward into this, and then I'm gonna put foundation on the rest of my face. See, I didn't even cover my lovely age spot right there or other little marks and things. So let's start with this contour. So this is a Merit Beauty contour. I believe this color is Clay. And we're gonna do this first, put foundation on top. This is called under painting, okay? So we're gonna go right underneath your cheekbone. See, kind of like that. And if you have a very thin face, I would say, don't do this. If people tell you your face is really thin, don't put contour, it's too much. And then I'm gonna go underneath my chin, which most of you are gonna love this. You go right underneath to sharpen your jawline. And we're gonna blend this in, so don't worry, okay? But this helps that little jowly thing that we all have to lift a little bit. And then we're gonna put it up on our forehead. If you don't have a really big forehead like I do, you probably could skip this. This is for those of us who have some forehead stuff going on. All right, now I'm gonna take the #1 brush. This is from Merit. This is a fabulous, one of my favorite brushes now of all time. And I'm just gonna really blend that into the skin using circular motions so that it's almost unnoticeable. And then down here as well, I'm just gonna blend that in. Because this tends to be lighter, right? Because the sun hits us this way. Blend this in. Okay, so now I'm gonna put a little bit of foundation. So this is a sheer to medium coverage foundation, which doesn't look matte on my skin because remember, we want that dewy finish all the way over our faces. So I've got my little handy dandy brush here, but you could put it on with your fingers, either one's fine. And I'm just gonna go right over the top. So I've got my foundation on top and you can see my skin looks really even, very dewy. So I've evened out my skin tone, but I still have shape from the underpainting. So it looks very natural, but it's super soft. Okay, the third beauty trend, 2023, is minimal or no makeup look. So they're both looks, okay. On older women, I don't like the no makeup look. I love to wear no makeup. I wear no makeup all the time. Like that's not even a look for me, that's just where I exist. So minimal, we're gonna talk more about minimal. So how to look polished and minimal and at the same time look really great, right? So it doesn't look like, wow, you made a teeny bit of effort, but not really. Like this is actually a look. Okay, so the way we're gonna do this look is I'm gonna start and fill in and do a little bit of concealer just to tidy up a little bit around my eye area. So the concealer I'm using now is the Cover FX concealer, which I really love. This is great for older skin. I'm just gonna lightly tap that in. You wanna go matching or one shade lighter than your skin. This is a little light on me. Okay, so I have concealer underneath my eye. I put a little over my eyelid because I have some freckles and a little discoloration over my eyelids. I usually put a little concealer over my eye, but it still looks very sheer, and this is the point. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of brows. So I'm just gonna fill it in. I've got a little brow gel here. This is Il Maquillage. I've done a few ads for them, so just have this on hand. So I'm just gonna lightly fill it in. So this just depends on your brows. Some of you need to do more filling in than I'm doing, but we're going for a very sheer look, but we need our brows, right? All right, now I'm gonna do a bit of a gel blush. So it's just a very sheer, again, this is a minimal look. So I'm gonna use Merit Beauty blush here, and this blush is called Beverly Hills, so it's a cream blush. And I'm just gonna put that right on my cheek, take it up a little bit next to my eye, a little bit of my brow bones, and blend it in. Speaking of lips, I'm gonna do a little lip liner. This is just a rosy lip liner, because many of us, our lips kind of get smaller as we get older. So I want to put a sheer lip gloss on, but it's gonna bleed, right? So lip liner is really important. And I'm just going to do a light lip gloss. It looks like this, just a soft, sheer lip gloss. Anyone will do. And on my eyelid, I'm just going to do this cream blush by MAC. It looks like this. It's just almost my skin tone, slightly more. Again, we're sticking with the whole sheer look. Just put that over my eyes. It's kind of a light peachy tone. I am going to put a little powder on because I do feel like it gets very distracting, too much dewiness. So I'm going to take it down just a notch. And I'm going to use some Ben Nye Fair powder here. This is very inexpensive, like $12 or something. So great, very sheer powder. I use this a lot on set. Now to make my eyes pop a bit so it's not so nothing on my eyes, I'm going to put a waterproof eyeliner in my waterline. This is a MAC waterproof pencil. You see the difference? Just pops your eye just a bit. It's lovely. Okay, for kicks and giggles, because it is minimal and we're just going for a lovely springtime look, I'm going to use a little bit of a purple gel liner with a brush, and I'm just going to put it just on the outer edge. Pretty, right? Just a little purple. It's kind of fun. And last but not least for this look, a little mascara. I'm going to use Jane Iredale Beyond Lash, because I love this mascara. Okay, what's the next look? All right, the next look on our list is the 90s are back, using bronzes, browns, taupe, believe it or not. All of this is back with a vengeance. So I'm going to use some lovely cream bronzes because it's springtime, why not? These are all beautiful. This is actually a Tom Ford palette, and I realize some of you are going to go, that's too expensive. I totally get it. It is an expensive palette. I bought it for a photo shoot a couple years ago and I love it. So I'm going to use this, but you can also get something comparable in a less expensive brand if you'd like. What we're going for more is the bronzy look, which is what this completely personifies. All right, so I'm going to take the dark bronze. This is what I'm going to work with the most, although I will use a few of the lighter ones to add some glitter, because glitter is back too. That's one of our points, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to start with the bronze. It's a lovely 217 brush, fantastic for creams. And I'm just going to start by putting this over my lid. In 90s supermodel fashion. I'm using a slanted brush now just to put that right next to my eyeline. Okay, to finish off the bronze, brown, taupe look, we're gonna just do a very neutral lipstick, but we can't go too taupe. A lot of times taupe on older women, we just look like we've died. I'm gonna do a peachy tone, which adds a little bit more warmth to our skin. There's not a whole heck of a lot of us that can pull off taupe now, okay? Maybe you can, and if you can, God bless you. So this is a lovely peachy tone lipstick. Again, I'll put all the links down below. All right, this is the 90s look. So, you know, bronzes, warm tones, taupes, very 90s, but with the dewy skin, okay? And the underpainting. So we're keeping with the theme, okay? The next look that we're in for spring is the smoky eye, but it doesn't need to be a heavy duty smoky eye. Now it can be this very geometric, you know, or very dramatic using black and dark browns, but it doesn't have to. It can actually be soft. So we're gonna move into a soft smoky eye. So I'm gonna stick with the same palette just to show you how this is done. So we're gonna use this same color here, and I'm gonna put this all over my lid to create more of a smoky look, okay? Same brush, and I'm just going all over my lid. Now I'm going to use a warm brown liner. This is called Teddy by MAC, and I'm going to go right on top just to make that liner a little bit more definite. And then we're gonna blend it. If you wanna go underneath, you can. But be careful, don't go too heavy underneath. Then I take a blending brush and I'm just going to blend that line out a little bit. Okay, so what's the last springtime, lovely, exciting trend that we get to do? And that is glitter. Now, I love glitter and I use glitter whether or not it's a trend or not, but today we're gonna add some glitter because it's super fun and why not? So I'm gonna use this lovely palette. This is a CHANTECAILLE palette, but many of you have different glitter colors in the different palettes at home. Just use that. You don't have to go out and buy anything special, but I am gonna use this wonderful gold right here because you know, the 90s browns are back, so why not dip into the gold? I think it's fantastic. Have fun with this look. If you have crepey lids, I would say this is probably not the best thing. Then watch this video up here in the corner on crepey lids on how to treat that. So this is the 6th and final look with glitter and all the other trends wrapped up into one. Personally speaking, I've had a wonderful time sampling the great looks for spring and different ways that we as mature, fabulous older women can make the most of it. All right, I hope this has been helpful. Please write down below. I always love hearing from you. And thank you so much for watching The Beauty Shop.